Hello, everybody. I sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire then. Hello. I'm Polly Harnett, and I am on Spiritual Productions tonight, offering live mediumship readings. So, really, massive, huge welcome to all of you that are here joining us tonight. And yeah, please come along. Please share. Please share us out. Share with your friends. Share with absolutely everybody, because sharing is caring. Sorry, I'm just trying to share on my thing, but it just didn't work. So I'm just going to leave that there. Right then. So please, like I said, like and share Spiritual Productions page today. Okay, we're going to be offering readings, mediumship readings. No cards tonight, so it will just be pure mediumship. So let's see who is going to join us from the spirit world tonight as well. So before we start, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Richard again for having me tonight. Okay, I was on last night doing the trance demonstration, so I hope you all enjoyed that. And we would like you to support Spiritual Productions TV. Now, the reason I'm rambling and a bit rambly today is because Spirit have been joining me for the last sort of 15, 20 minutes before I just sat. So you are going to have to bear with me a bit, because when this happens, they do get a little bit overexcited and want to push in first. So if I do seem to be rambling or not getting my words out, that is why. It often happens before I do a mediumship demonstration. They will start queuing up on me, so it'll be quite exciting. So please share, please like, please follow Spiritual Productions TV, and please help support Spiritual Productions. Richard at Spiritual Productions does an amazing job putting all these shows out for you. Lots of different shows coming up next week as well, which we'll be talking about later. Really interesting new things going on. If you would like to support by donating money towards Spiritual Productions, please go onto Spiritual Productions homepage, click the blue button which says Shop Now, and then you have the chance to become a patron. Now, if you become a patron, what it means is that you're helping Spiritual Productions in every single way, putting money into the channel. All the money goes into this channel, and to make this Spiritual Productions a better place. It goes towards new equipment. It goes to the new shows, all of the technology that is involved. So it's really, really worth doing. You can donate between £1 and £5 a month, and every single penny is appreciated. Every single penny is appreciated. Thank you to all the patrons that we already have, and thank you in advance to all of those new patrons that will be coming on today and into the future. If you become a patron, you get put onto your own page. It's a lovely little group, a lovely little family of people now, and you will get perks. Okay, some of the shows are purely for patrons, and only the patrons will be able to see some of these shows. There are chances as well at certain times that patrons will have priority over the free readings. So please donate, please help us grow. Please help keep this channel, free, running, and all of these new opportunities coming up into the future. So it'd be lovely, lovely, lovely if you can do that for us. Okay. Okay, and if you are a patron, there is a chance to be able to have a discount on readings with some of us lovely mediums. So please, again, become a patron, because you will get perks, and perks are good. Perks are good, especially in this day and age. Hope everybody at home is keeping safe. Hope you're keeping in. Okay, luckily the weather hasn't been quite so lovely, and there's not been the temptation to go out so much. And I think we all did need a little bit of rain just to clear the air, didn't we? So I hope you're all keeping safe and well, all of you. So comment, show us some wows, thumbs up, love, shares. If you start a watch party, please encourage your friends also to join Spiritual Productions page, because otherwise we won't see your comments. Right, we're going to say some hellos. Let's see who's watching with us tonight. Really excited to see who's on with us tonight. As you can see, I'm already bouncing off the walls. Right then, we've got Dawn Lear. Hi, Dawn, how are you? Hi, Samantha. Hi, Julian. How are you doing? Hi, Janice. Yeah, I can see it's just taking a while to come up the names. Hi, and hi, Sue. Hi, Heidi. Oh, Sue, Suey Woo. And who? Sorry, Ken. Kim. Hi, Kim. How are you doing? Hi, Mimi. And hi, Tony. I don't know why it's not coming up, but I'm saying hello to you guys anyway. Oh, I love your picture. I think the comments need winding up today, and I think hi Beth. I also think that Spirit are having a little bit of fun with us. Okay, like I said at the beginning, I seem to be rambling a little bit, but what happens is, but hi Jojo. Before sometimes I do a mediumship demonstration, I do go a little bit nuts because they're all having a cue. Hi Sophie, I love your tapestry. I have one on my reading table also in yellow. I do have a bit of a variety going on. Thank you, Janet, for sharing. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Hi, Janice. Janice is in the kitchen. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Ruth. Right. So, hello to everybody that is joining us today. Now, how I'm going to work, okay? There probably isn't much point saying me, please. Okay, you can if you want to. The comments will come up. If I do get attracted to somebody, I will say. But what I tend to do is throw out the information and please keep your ears open. And if it makes sense to you, say straight away in the comments, this makes sense to me. Now, when I say makes sense, I want most of this or nearly all of the information to make sense to you. Okay, some of it won't yet, but a lot of the information should make sense to you. If I say a name during the readings, it could be the name of the person up there, or it could be your name, it could be a member of the family's name. Okay, so just know that they can shout out. Thank you, Julie, for sharing. They can shout out names to me and I will just give them to you. Okay, so please keep your ears open. Keep your ears open and listen, listen, listen. Okay, listen to the information. Can I? Okay, patrons will not get priority in this show, and the only reason they will not get priority is because I'm just going to be giving the information, and the information is going to make sense to somebody on here, and I do need you to speak up. Okay, that's the way I work. I work very quickly, and it just is the way that flows. Okay, so please keep your ears open. I'm just going to have a little drink. Hi, Demi. Right, so excuse my madness. Also, excuse my massive allergies. They don't seem to want to go. Right, let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. Who have I got here today? Right, let's see. Right, okay. It's not often I get an abbreviated name actually, but I have one. Okay. Now I feel like there's a gentleman coming through, and when he comes through to me, he's I want to say stout, okay, or he's got quite wide shoulders going on here. I feel like he'd be quite a he's a physical worker, or he'd quite a a physical man. So he feels like he's like rubbing his tummy as well. He's saying that he liked a fry up and he liked to roast. All right, and when he had a fry up, this fry up was humongous. Okay, it's like fit for Henry VIII here. Okay, he's got very very short hair, probably going a little bit thinner on the top, but very, very, very short crop to his head. Okay. He's either saying the name Baz or Daz. Okay, when he is coming through as well. Now he's talking about he didn't help himself. He didn't help himself because he's saying that his blood pressure was high. His cholesterol was probably very high. He's talking about he keeps showing me the machinery or building sites or something like this as well around this. He's talking about his girls, okay, but there could be a son here also, okay. Now he just keeps showing me like either diggers or machinery or there's this around him, okay. He worked really hard. Now I feel like it was either his own business or he had a lot to do with this business or he was working his guts out here, okay. He keeps talking about a sudden passing, so he would have had a problem, heart condition, or there would have been some sort of very quick ending, but he's going to his chest. Does this make sense to anybody on here? Okay, because he's definitely around. Hi Matt. He's definitely around here at the moment. He keeps saying, he keeps giving me a K, so there could be a Kim or Kimberly or a name with a K that is to do with him as well. Okay, so does this make sense to anybody on here? I'm hoping it does because he's really strong and he's standing right next to me. So Vicky Allen, right, right, okay. Have we got a picture of Vicky? We're just getting to you. Vicky Allen, does this make sense to you, lovely? Your dad, okay. Now, I hope the names made sense around him as well. So it could be the Basil Daz, all right, or something like that that is around him he's talking about, okay. It keeps giving me a bit of a cough. So I don't know if he smoked at one point or he was a bit of a smoker at one point, okay, but he keeps talking about this cough that he would have had as well. He's talking about going so quick he didn't have a chance to say goodbye. I'm hoping that some feedback is going to be coming up shortly, okay, because he's just your dad. Okay, he's talking about a real indigestion that he was having as well. And he's talking about an indigestion or, oh gosh, I'm quite sick actually. Bear with me a moment. Sometimes they bring on their symptoms so strong that I'm literally having it, and I feel like I'm having his heart issue, heart attack. This that's going on with him, I feel like I'm having this. Okay, he's talking about a serious indigestion that he was having, and he was saying there was a little valve going on in his gut here, tummy somewhere. I'm not a doctor, I don't know anything about biology, but he's talking about a little flap that was giving him really severe indigestion. He's talking about taking a omeprazole, but that was sort of covering something up, all right, that he didn't realise it was going on with him. Okay, are we getting any more feedback on that one, Richard? Nothing at the moment. Vicky, are you still there? And does this information make sense to you? It's important that you. Okay, right. Because yeah, he's really around you right now, Vicky. Now he's talking about you at the moment. He's talking about I feel quite anxious when he comes around you at the moment. He's making me feel quite anxious. He's talking about a young lad as well. I don't know if this is your lad or your boy he's talking about, okay, but he just keeps going to the lad, the young lad. He's like telling him to be a good lad, tell him to be a good lad. Yeah, he was very healthy. He's saying he didn't do himself any favors here, but he's quite a good guy. Vicky, he's quite a good man, as in, he's quite a laugher joker and he's got quite a few mates around him as well. He's talking about gypsies. Now, I don't know if you know if he had mates that were gypsies or travellers, but he's talking about he's spitting on his hand and giving them a handshake. Oh, it's all right. Thank you, Vicky. I think it's just that we're on a bit of a stall. Um, yeah, it's Facebook. We can't do anything about that, unfortunately. It's having a bit of a 10-second delay going on here. Um, he, I can't remember what I say now. Yeah, he's talking about anxiety. He just wants you to know that he's with you and he's around you and he's just looking after you right now. Now he's talking about. I can't remember what I just said. I said something a minute ago, and now it's completely gone out my brain. Um, your son. Okay. Tell him to be a good lad, all right? Tell him to be a good lad. Because he's saying that he is a good lad, all right, but I just feel like he's a little bit all over the shop. He is hilarious. He's such a funny man. And do you know when somebody is like really matter of fact about their passing? Yeah, he's spat on his hand and he's like doing a gypsy handshake. All right. The reason I know what a gypsy handshake is, my grandmother, who was very well to do, did this and started talking gypsy to a gypsy, but swore she wasn't. Okay, I think otherwise. God rest her soul. He's doing that, okay, and he's doing it's like, yeah, right, and he's a bit wheelie dealy as well. Vicky, you're talking about on the back of a lorry, off the back of a lorry, and he's laughing about it. All right, well, there could have been things that were off the back of a lorry that he got. He's talking about loads of backy. Now he keeps like saying that somebody. I know that he was a smoker, but he just keeps like talking about loads of backy. Like, I'm going off to Spain on holiday or France on holiday and bringing back loads of backy, right? Because he's like then selling it. All right, he's quite funny when he comes through. It's just yeah, make a few bob on that, mate. And he is like that, mate. He's like very much mate. Okay. Just know that he's been really watching over you right now. Are you not very good at cooking? Because he just keeps showing me it's like let's do something productive. Let's do something productive and start baking, cooking or something. And he's showing me burnt food. And he's laughing about it. So it's either you or somebody around you has been trying to cook, but it was a bit pants, or it was just didn't work out how you wanted it to be. Okay, he's just laughing his head off right now. He just thinks it's all hilarious. Yeah, he's really matter of fact about how he passed as well. It's like, yeah, I've gone. And I know obviously you're going to be much. Bless him. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's where I was. Yeah, earlier on. He said. He didn't say goodbye, and he just wished that he could have. However, he said if he was going to go, he'd rather go like that. And I'm so sorry, this is really matter of fact, but this is the way he's talking to me. He just thought he was the best cook. Oh, right, okay then. Well, obviously, the size of his plate of breakfast that he had in front of me at the moment, I couldn't have ate it in a week, I don't reckon. I'd have probably had to go, but I've got everything. I've got hash browns, I've got about 2 eggs, I've got about 4 sausages, I've got like the works, and mid beans. And, he's still up there. He's having a ball. All right. He's absolutely having a ball up there. He said he's been watching over you a lot. Who was it that used to like, right, this is quite disgusting. I don't know if it was him, but he's like dipping like either toilet roll or, kitchen roll in water or drink and then lobbing it at someone, right? Like for a joke. Right. I don't know who this is or what the story is on this, but he just said that this happened, right? Now it's like, it feels like something whacked the back of my head and it's a wet sloppy thing, right? And I'm hoping at the moment did always want to go quickly. Yeah, he did. He just went, yeah, rather did. He didn't want to go into any nursing home or anything like that. He just rather just popped off, he said. And so, like I said, he's been really matter of fact. I do hope this makes all sense to you. He's such a giggle. He is such a giggle. He's like one of those people that you just like to go and sit next to in a bar and have a drink. He's so funny. You and your brother did that, right? I'm glad someone did, because I was thinking, what the hell? I don't think I've ever felt like I've been hit on the head with a bit of wet tissue before, but he's now finding it funny, even if he didn't quite find it funny at that time. Okay, he's absolutely hysterical. Right, what does he want to give you? Wants to give you a little present. What does he want to give you? I don't know if he ever bought you this, but do you know you tend to see them in other countries more than here, like a coin case, like a little leather coin case. And it's got like little pockets in, and then you snap it shut, right? He keeps giving you one, right? So I feel like he wants to say about saving money or doing something about saving money, even though you're not going to save much money in a coin case, okay? He just keeps saying putting money away, and he's talking about for that holiday that you couldn't go on, all right? So he's putting money away. He wants it bigger and better than it was, all right? He keeps talking about Florida as well. Have you been talking about Florida, or you want to go to Florida? Because he's talking about Florida. And it's just America somewhere, but I still feel Florida. He's talking about getting there, okay? Because he's put Mickey Mouse ears on me at the moment, like I'm supposed to be going to Disneyland, all right? So I hope this makes some really mad sense to you. loved working with your dad. He's absolutely hysterical. I think he's the one that was making me go a bit doolally before all this happened today. So yeah, just know that he's absolutely there. He hasn't got any massive words of wisdom or knowledge for you. He just wants you to know he's there, all right, watching down on you. He said he's done his best to come through before. He hasn't come through quite like this, he said, okay. Perhaps he didn't find a nutty enough medium or something. But yeah, he just feels like he's just come through a bit different this time. Obviously, I was nutty enough for him. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to leave his love with you and just know that he's with you every step of the way, all right? He says he was a little wallet he gags by son. I don't know what that means. Gave your son. Oh, gave your son. Right, okay. Right, okay. I get it. I just didn't quite know why he was giving that to you, but just know that he needed to remind you of that. And yeah, tell your lad to be a good boy, he said. You got time for it, our second holiday abroad. Oh, bless. Have you talked about Florida? Because he keeps talking about Florida. Anyway, hopefully he's going to let me do another reading because he's so ridiculously strong. I think he'd be here all day if he could be talking to you. So, yeah, I'm going to leave his love with you. You've been waiting for him for 2 years. Oh, high five, Vicky. Right then. Told you I was off on one. Right, okay. I've been contained far too long. Far too long. I know why we're doing this lockdown. I've been very good and very well behaved. But I'm really bouncing off the walls now. Right then. Richard said, really? Like it's a surprise. Right. Okay then. So, who have I got now? I'm going to... What we got? So inspirational. Hello, everyone. Hi, Di. Hi, Debbie. Right. Where do I need to be? Right. I would like, before I get somebody else in my little head, and it is little, um, I would like everybody that is watching to share. Okay. We're here to share our love, and we need you guys to share the love of spiritual productions all over the world. Okay, see how far you can spread this. Okay, we want to spread it everywhere. So if everybody on here shares, you're going to make Polly a happy lady, and then the readings will be even more awesome, I'm sure. Right. Only 37 shares, and how many people are watching? 71 people watching. Now we need 71 shares. So let's get 71 shares. If you get 71 shares, then Richard from Spiritual Productions will give you a nice surprise. We don't know what that is yet because I've only just told him, but he'll give you a nice surprise. Right, okay. Yeah, he'll do the readings later, and they're funny as, so you really do need to do that. Share it again. Thank you, Sharon. Right, okay. So who have I got now? Okay, who have I got? Okay, I have got a gentleman come through. It's obviously Dad Day today, Dad night, okay? Because I've got another dad here, okay? And now I've got a dad here that had a either aneurysm or a like an aneurysm or like something. It's almost like he's talking about like a he was like a ticking time bomb, but he didn't know. Okay, I've just seen Sam said shared. I like surprises. So you're going to have to come up with some good readings later, Mr. Richard. Right. Okay. Right. So I've got a gentleman to come to. He's saying his dad. He's talking about he didn't know that he was a ticking time bomb. Okay. He didn't know this. All right. Now he's talking about there had been some pains or breathlessness prior to this or prior to his passing. Okay. Now he was another person that had a really quick passing. Um, didn't know it was coming. However, there were the warning signs, he said. There were the warning signs. and he's saying that he did go to the doctor, and it was like before this he did go to the doctor, but it was like they just said it was something else, or they said it was something other than what he thought it was. Okay, it feels like he's like a bit like yes, I can, Kim. Yeah, it feels like he was having some medication before this, but it wasn't the right or the relevant medication that he should have had. Okay, now he's talking about his daughter is on here. Okay, I'm sure there's gentlemen on here too, but he's talking about his daughter is watching tonight. Okay, his daughter is watching tonight, and he's just saying that he's got to. He's waving, like it's me. Come on. He's talking about. Okay. Now he's talking about feeling breathless before he went. Sorry. Okay, and leading up to this as well. Okay, and he's also talking about some chest pains going on. Brenda, it could be your dad. Have we got anybody else that it could be also? Right. Okay. Let's get some names. Wendy's dad had. This is definitely not a leukemia. This is definitely like something that would have popped. Um, right. He'd have to be like a dad or have a really good like family relationship. Definitely like one generation up. I feel like he's giving me a big D. Okay, now it's not D for dad. This is D for his name, so it's either like a David, a Derek, or something like this. He's talking about. I keep giving a B name as well, so there could be like a Ben or something like that in the family as well. Okay, it's definitely like a vein in his body that was like ready to pop. That's what he's talking about. Okay, they're the names. It's like a David or Derek, and then there's like it's a B name further down, like a Ben. There even could be like a J name, like a John or a Josh going on as well, because he's talking like a million miles an hour. Like I need to talk to you. He's saying. My dad passed 2 months ago, breathless. Who was that? There was another one before that, I think. I can't. His heart burst. Right. Right. This person as well. He said he might have had like high blood sugar, okay, or like verging on the diabetes going on as well, because he keeps talking about blood sugar. He's talking about his wife is still here. His wife is still here. He's talking about his daughter is definitely watching. I still want to go with dad. I've got to say dad. Okay, it's definitely dad that I'm feeling. Okay, his son is Bobby. Oh, right. He's also saying that there was an interest. Right, I keep seeing boats as well around him. I keep seeing boats around him, or like there's travel with boats, or there could even be a connection with the docks, or there could be a connection with the navy going on here as well in the family, because he's talking about that. What else is he showing? He's showing me big boats, big ships, okay, not just little boats here. He wants to know. Okay, have we got anyone else that's really getting this? Right, okay. Go back to her, Catherine. Right, okay. His heart took him over. Now, with this, I feel like it should be Catherine here, okay? Because when I'm tuning in with you, Catherine. Oh, Catherine. Right, okay. His heart took him over. Interesting. I still keep seeing like a vein thing, okay? Like before this heart prop stopped, if that makes sense. That it's almost like something popped or something went or something suddenly happened here. But it feels like it was breathless before this. There was signs of a problem here, okay? Now he is talking about that he's another one that probably didn't do himself any massive favours here with his health. He said he wasn't in the best of health. However, he wasn't expecting this to happen, and he just wants you to know, Catherine, that he's very much around you. I hope makes sense with Dad, because it's very much a dad feeling that I'm getting for you, Catherine. Now, at the moment, he's just saying that everything is getting a little bit easier in your life, Catherine. It might be a bit hard at the moment, but everything's going to start getting a little bit easier for you. Okay, he's actually saying that the next few months you're going to be probably in the best place that you've been for a while. Like I said, I know that you're probably having a little bit of problems like with anxiety and bits of worry and things going on around you and health issues of your own. But he is saying if you listen to his advice, then you are going to get better. Okay, you are going to get better than you did. All right, Sophie, this is exactly how your dad died as well. Okay, this is probably going to be a double link then going on. I'm going to be talking to Sophie and I'm going to be talking to Catherine at the same time. A double link is fine. Okay. If it makes sense to you as well, Sophie, please listen. All right. But he's talking about life getting from now. Okay. Even though like some people are having a real hard time in this situation at the moment, I feel Catherine is and Sophie, this is a time for learning. It's a time for finding yourself. It's a time for understanding yourself again. Now, what he does want you to do, Catherine. Oh, your dad worked on a boat. Fabulous. That makes sense. Um, what he does want you to do is start listening. He said the reason you feel like you've got to this health problem in the first place is because you've had years of almost like uh, fear-based anxieties, things like that, things like not going 100% for you, things not going right for you, especially around relationships. This is like relationships, um, romantic relationships. This is also friend relationships. It all feels like you feel really consumed over the years about with trauma, okay, and not feeling like you are tip top, not feeling like you're 100% here. And there's a lot of fear-based things that seem to have like almost like got into your system. And he's saying that with this, it's time that you talk to someone, okay? If you haven't already talked to a therapist or a counselor or somebody like this, it's like time to get that help. It's time to get that assistance, because he's saying that the more you let go, and it's not going to be overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? It's not going to be an overnight situation here, but he wants you to get onto the system of being able to talk to someone, because the more you offload, all right, and I'm not just talking to your friends, because sometimes we worry about that. It's great to talk to your friends, but it's always great to talk to somebody that's impartial. Um, and Sophie, listen to this as well with you, sweetheart. Okay. With the feedback, guys, can you please say what you're saying yes to? So if the information makes sense to you, please say yes, that is blah blah blah. So we know which bit that you're talking about. So if I was saying is it your dad, say yes, it's my dad. If does it make information make sense with you, this bit makes sense to you, just so that I know that Spiritual Productions know which bit makes sense to you, because we have a time delay. It's not your fault, guys. It's just the time delay. So please just be a little bit more specific. Um, yeah, with both of you. Just taking time here to get a little bit of assistance from like like an external agency. Now I know you can't just go and see somebody, but you might still be doing like phone readings, phone readings, phone consultations, that sort of thing, and it's really worth it. Okay. But with both of you, if this is making sense with both of you, just know that you're both being surrounded with love right now. Now, just quickly, that's a lot of that was aimed at Catherine, but um, with I'm just going in with your dad, Sophie, as well. And he's just saying with you, he's saying fight, 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 fight. Okay. Now you're going to know what this means. He's saying fight, fight, fight. All right. And I really want you, Sophie. I'm getting confused about who I'm talking about. Um, Sophie. He's saying do what feels right to you. He's saying do what feels right to you. Okay. Now he's definitely going back to his health and saying that he was a bit like a ticking time bomb. Okay, just going back to Sophie, I'm doing two at the same time. It gets complicated, but I can do it because I'm a woman. I can multitask. Um, I just got told off. Nearly. Um, yeah. Don't do it on your own, though, Sophie. Don't do it on your own. He said, making sure if you're going to do it, you have the support around you, but making sure that you have people around you to help you in this journey, okay? And it feels like there is a valid case. Now, he's not saying whether you're going to win or whether you're going to lose this case, but he's just saying that you have a valid case. He's saying that he did keep going to the doctors. He did get fobbed off. He got fobbed off with medicine, okay? And it wasn't the right thing. So whatever it was, just know that in your gut you were right. I hope this makes sense to you, Sophie, because he's just like saying yes, yes, yes. He keeps talking about Christmas. I certainly do. I'm trying to find justice for him and how he died. He wasn't treated properly, and it's risen as a major concern. If this makes sense to you, please do it. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you to do it or not do it, Sophie, because I'm not allowed to. However, he's just saying do what feels right in your gut, and if it feels right in your gut, then you do it, girl. Okay. He keeps talking about Christmas time with you, Sophie. He's talking about pretending he didn't like Christmas, but he did. So he's like, I don't like that. It's too much money, rah, rah, rah. Actually, he did quite like it, okay? And he's quite jolly on Christmas Day, all right, sitting there with his drink, quite having a nice time. Why are we talking about Christmas in April? I've got no idea. I don't want to think about Christmas for another 5 years. But anyway, he does. That's exactly right. Okay, fabulous. I got two for the price of one there, Richard. How cool was that? Right, high five, Catherine. High five, Sophie. Right, then I'm just going to leave their love with you, Sophie and Catherine. And I like doing two for the price of one. That's good, isn't it? It's a bit of a challenge. Right, so please comment and like and share. Like I said, we are here for you guys, okay? We're taking time out of our lives, our families, and we're coming on because we love you all. Christmas time, spot on. Merry Christmas for Christmas, okay? But we're here because we care, okay? Richard from Spiritual Productions works so hard behind the scenes. We all come on because we absolutely love working for Spiritual Productions, and we really want to share the love, share the messages, and we want to spread Spiritual Productions far and wide. So please do this for us, okay? Share us around. Tag a few people that live in other countries. It will make us happy. We need a little bit of happy, don't we, Richard? He said absolutely, because he only gets Friday evenings off. So I'm going to have to do a Friday next time. Okay. Right then. Thumbs up. Holly Saunders, amazing. Thank you, Holly. Amy Rose, you need cheering up, do you? Kerry Settle, would love a reading tonight. Pardon? Right then. So I'm just going to say a few hellos. Hi, Deborah. I'm just seeing who comes. Demi said evening, Richard. Evening. He said hi, Demi. Please do share, like, and love. Yeah, we need some happiness. I hope I'm happy enough for you guys. I'm a happy little chappy. Right. So let me see. Thank you, Wendy. You're ace. Right then. 63 shares. Woo woo woo. How many are watching? 73. So how many more shares do we need? Loads. Right, okay. Obviously didn't know that maths equation. Right then. Who have I got next? Right, you just share. It says, should say at the bottom of the screen to share. Right, who have I got here? Bear with me, I'm just going to work on this one for a little minute. I'm not quite sure if I'm hearing the name Jamie or Janie. Right. Right. I have got a person a little bit sadder than the other ones. Okay. Um, I have got a lad come through. All right, and now he doesn't feel particularly old. Bear with me. I just need to work on this one. In fact, I've got two, but they're not related. Right. This is a little bit sad. Okay. Well, it's a lot sad actually. But he's only showing because he's showing me what happened. I've got a lad come through. Now, I want to say he looks younger than he is, all right, or he's got a baby face. Um, Now, he's probably about, I want to say late teens or early 20s, but he's got a really young face. Dark, darkish, sort of spiky-ish hair. Um, right, okay, he's talking about, do you know he was a good lad, right? He's a good lad. Like, he'd cross over the road to say hello to you or, your mates or whatever. But he's like one of those people, he's like sort of quite troubled in his own way. And he's saying that he did take drugs, all right, or he was taking drugs. He had been taking drugs before he passed. Um, okay. He's showing me quite graphically, okay, and I don't want to talk as graphically as he's showing me. Now he's just showing me he's like in a really dark place, but when he was in a good place, it was like he's in a really good place, all right. But he is saying that when he was in a good place, it's usually because he'd taken something, all right. Now he's showing me like I said, sort of a barrage of different substances that he might have taken, and he's talking about like I feel like he was found near a doorway, which is quite. He just keeps showing me near a doorway. All right, it was found near a doorway, or he'd fallen near a doorway, and um, he keeps showing me clothes that look like Ralph Lauren. All right, and that's not an advert for Ralph Lauren, but he keeps showing me Ralphie clothes. All right, or he would have looked like to look good when he did look good. All right, when he went out, he's like trying to look good, a bit of a geezer. But he's like a proper gem in other ways. Now he's saying that he doing this around his teens, like maybe even 14, 15. He was doing something, or it was he was dabbling in things that he shouldn't have been doing. I just see somebody's grandson had passed away, but I don't know if that's got anything to do with this. Your daughter's partner. Does this make sense to you, Wendy? He was found by the door. I want to go back to Wendy, please, Richard. Wendy, if this is making any sense to you, can you please tell me? It would have to make sense, all of the information. If this makes sense with your daughter's partner, please can you let Richard know? I can take this. Oh, thank you, Wendy. The description would have to make sense as well. Like I said, he's a young man, but he's got a baby face on him, and he's talking about, like I said, do you know when somebody's like salt of the earth, but they're also a little bit of a lovable rogue, and he's doing things that now he's saying that there was problems around his parents, all right, or there had been a parental issue, but maybe around him that and other things that seemed to like he felt like sometimes he either couldn't be at home or his parents had despaired with him a bit and kicked him out at some point as well because of what he was doing. Now he's also saying that he had been either taking things or stealing things as well. And now I know this is like he's talking quite graphically about how he was, but he is talking about that it would have to make sense, all right? Now, Wendy, when he comes through, He's actually got a lot of respect for you, but he is talking about you saying it how it is. All right, you saying it how it is. You would have told him that he was. I can't say that word because it's rude, because he just swore. He says that you might have called him a few names. Okay, you might have, and he says he was being a something head. All right, he knows he was being that, and he couldn't really help it. He's talking about, it's almost like he's either got a little bit of a problem with like ADHD, something like that. He's a like bouncing off the walls, proper bouncing off the walls. But he respected you. But he's saying you did tell him, you told him what an idiot he was sometimes. All right, but he's actually saying worse words than that. Now he's talking about regarding your daughter Wendy, that, like, she really loved him, but she just didn't know what to do with him. She really loved him, but didn't know how to deal with him. All right. And he's saying that he's very, very sorry if you feel like he tried to drag her down a bit of a dark hole with him. And please hope this makes sense to you, Wendy, because he's being really specific about what he's saying. It's like he's talking in my ear. Like, I've got to listen. And he says that he felt like emotionally she was dragged down with him. And he's so sorry about that, Wendy. He's so sorry because he didn't want her to be in that state or in that way because of how he was or how he acted. But he is also having, like I said, that respect for you, Wendy, where he wants you to know that he's sort of glad you did tell him sometimes. All right. He's sort of glad you did. And he's saying that with regard to, he put you in mum status as well. He put you like a mum to him, okay? But for some reason, he listen to you better than his own parents sometimes. And do you know if he was either taken into care or had been threatened to do that at some point? Because he keeps talking about that as well. Bless him. It's like when he comes through, I love him. Yeah, you all loved him. He's like that, like a lovable rogue. He's so sorry. He's so sorry. He keeps saying, and he keeps saying that he knows that he was his own worst enemy. He knows what he was doing, and he knows he should have stopped, but he just couldn't. He just couldn't stop. All right, and he's just saying that sort of last bit, if you like, or that last episode, was the thing that sort of didn't help him. But he's talking about it's like had such a toll on his heart. It had such a toll on his whole body. He's also talking about a fit. Now, I don't know if you knew he had a fit, but he's talking about a fit that he would have had. And please know that if you were sitting in front of me now, Wendy, I'd be giving you a crystal, because he keeps giving you a crystal. He's talking about getting an amethyst. He was sectioned at some point, okay, because he is like definitely taken out as a home. He keeps giving you an amethyst love heart, all right, and he's giving it to you, and he's talking about holding on to it. He's also talking about crystals down your bra. I don't know if you have one down your bra, but he's talking about crystals down your bra. Um, um, Sorry, how would he even know that? I don't know. Anyway, he did. Okay. So I don't know if you've been keeping them there or he's giving you a heart to put there next to your own heart. Okay. But he also wants you to give one. So at some point, if you could buy one, okay, and give one to your daughter and one to yourself, okay, giving them to you guys. And he's talking about sleepless nights. Tell your daughter to not be on the phone all night, apparently, as well. Apparently, she's on the phone all night. He really wants her to move on, okay? I don't know if she's got somebody else or there's somebody else around her right now, but she's talking about her moving on, and he wants her to be happy. He keeps talking about two children for her. Yeah, I think it was Wendy. He keeps giving her two kids. I don't know if she's got two kids now or if he's going to give her two kids for the future, but he's giving that, okay, two children for her. as quick as he came in booming in, he's sort of gone like that, like he's exhausted now because he's just been talking my ear off, and he really has. Okay, who around you has been like painting stones? You always carry one. I don't know if it's in your bra, but it's somewhere. He's painting stones like with a decoration. I don't know who, if this is you doing this or somebody else is doing this, but they're really, really good. Like somebody's a bit arty farty with these stones, and he's saying, it's like, do it, do it. I have got no relevance why he's showing me. No, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I've got somebody up here singing "Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree." They have two girls. Right, okay. Your beautiful granddaughters. Richard's singing in my ear now. My ears are bleeding. Right, I'm only joking. Right, okay. So, Wendy, take his love and please pass that on to your daughter also. I'm so glad it made sense to you. They're so strong tonight, they're literally overtaking my brain. But I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm so, so glad it makes sense to you. Lovely lady. Right then. So, where are we going now? Just leaving that love with you. Okay. Okay, we're going to do some adverts for tomorrow. So, what are we doing? Tomorrow, we are having a divine service tomorrow with Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, Sunday morning from 11 a.m. And is that with Ashley? So tomorrow it will be Rose Anderson taking the service from Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. The service lasts for about an hour and a half. And obviously, we cannot get out at the moment to go to any church services if that's what you do, usually on a Sunday. But it's absolutely amazing to be able to, that Spiritual Productions has been able to broadcast on a Sunday, and you don't even have to go out of your own front room. We also have Keep It Real, Spiritual and Paranormal, Spirit and the Paranormal, sorry, tomorrow from 8 o'clock. This is a live chat show about all about the paranormal, okay, with Sally and Bob Hunt and Spirit. Right, apparently you're getting your gift. What is it? Right, we have a brand new show. This is your gift, apparently. Um, you'll have a brand new show next Thursday, and it's Dream Talk with Leanne, and she will be interpreting your dreams. This is really interesting. 2:30 every fortnight on a Thursday. That's absolutely brilliant. I don't know about anybody else, but I have been having the most random dreams since all of this started. I used to have random dreams anyway, but they have been really random. And lots of people on Facebook I've seen have also been having extremely random dreams. Now, I would love to be able for Leanne to be able to interpret the one I had the other day because it was the most bizarre dream that I've ever had in my whole life. I don't know if you guys want to hear it. And one more gift. One last gift. Excited. Lift your spirit with a cuppa and a chat. Oh, it's Jane. Jane Morley. She is a psychic. Morton. I know somebody called Morley. Jane Morton. Uh, Fortnightly on a Wednesday from 2:30, and she is a spiritual counsellor and able to help you with any spiritual questions or spiritual situations that you have. Is that right, Richard? Yep. And she'll be giving readings. So how awesome is that? So make sure you get these in your diary, and hopefully you're all already on Spiritual Productions, and you will see these adverts when they come up. Okay, so you can set your diary go mad all week next week. If you've got nothing to do, come to Spiritual Productions. We rock, don't we, Richard? Yes. Right. Okay. And Richard's show is on a Thursday, but we'll talk about that later. Okay. Lots of weird dreams. Everyone's having really weird, wacky dreams at the moment, aren't they? Right. Who have I got now? Right then. So, how much longer have we got? Okay. So, 78 shares. You guys rock. You are seriously good. Right. Okay. Let's have a little look. Who have I got? Now, I've bought through dads, and dads, I think. Right. Let's get somebody that is female. Oh, we also had that nice lad a minute ago, didn't we? So let's see who we have. Okay. Who have I got? Okay. I have just got a lady come through. Okay. Bear with me just one moment, because she's just working on me at the moment. Now, she's giving me a cough. And she just keeps talking about, oh God, I feel really out of breath. Right. She's talking about, sorry. She's talking about she had COPD or something, or oh, I don't like it when they give me their symptoms. Okay, she's talking about she had COPD or emphysema. She's talking about oh, right. She wasn't even that particularly old. Okay, she was saying she wasn't particularly old. Right, she feels like she's either in her late 60s or early 70s, but was really struggling with her breath, really struggling with her before she went. Now she keeps showing me she's not walking around with oxygen all day, but she's certainly having it at night. She's saying, and she's talking about it's either a hospital bed or it's a bed, electric bed that is like sitting up more. She said, and she's got pillows like shoved behind her in certain positions, and if the pillow goes out of place, she's not happy about that. I feel like she should have been friends with somebody called Marion or Mim, all right, and Miriam or Mim or something like that, or that would have been a friend of hers or a family member that was around her. She's also talking about Joan or Jean, okay, that she's talking about as well there. Oh God, she has got wind like you wouldn't know. All right, I really do apologise. She has got wind coming out of every orifice. Okay, it's like downwards, upwards, everywhere. All right, she's very windy, and she's just sort of given up coughing over the sound. she's given up. She was coughing anyway. She said, she's got a bizarre sense of humour. Really funny. Okay, really funny woman. You know when you just want to laugh with her, and she is just a laugh, and she just wants you to know that she's still giggling up there. She's got a pot of sweets next to her, like boiled sweets. Right. If you see anything that looks like it's right, Richard, stop on it, and I'll have a look. Right. She's got a pot of sweets. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. My nan's name was Joan. Who said that? Sorry, Richard. Liz. Liz. Go to Liz. Yeah, go to Liz. Seeing how I can feel around. Sounds like your gran, Kirsty. Kirsty. Let's see, because she just completely pulled me in there. Could be my nan, Crendillion. Right, it's either Liz or Kirsty. this would all have to fit, all of it, okay? But she's talking, like I said, she's talking about the bed. It's like electric, so it might have, or it would have gone upwards. She's quite a character, a booming laugh. I feel like her teeth are loose in the mouth, and the mouth either had. Could you go to Kirsty for me, please? I feel like I'm going to Kirsty. Kirsty, please let us know if this makes sense to you. I feel like, do you know when you get your personality from somebody, okay? Because she's like passing down her personality as well. She's a little bit bonkers, a little bit like inappropriate. She would have liked to dance in her time as well. She's saying, I would have liked to dance, she said, when she was all right and fit and well. It's almost like, you know, she would have had a bit of a dance and had a bit of a jig even when she couldn't, all right? Please let us know if this makes sense, Kirsty. But I know you know the score anyway, but she's just coming around at the second and like watching everything that's been going on. She's just saying, oh my God, everything's been going on. And she's like, oh, you can take it all, fabulous. She keeps picking sweets up all the time. Like I'm literally unwrapping, popping them in the mouth, unwrapping. You are like her. There should be looks as well as personality, but she really is like a you in a different generation, and she doesn't care. She does not care how she's perceived. She doesn't care if anyone thinks she's mad. You know, she just thinks, oh, you know what? You know, blow the lot of them, she said. Blow the lot of them. And she just keeps calling you love. And she just saying everything that's been going around. And I do know you've had a couple of things happening recently. But she's just saying, oh, everything that's happened, oh my goodness. She's telling you not to leave candles around. Now, I don't know if you've got a lot of tea lights or a lot of candles, but she keeps blow them out, okay? But for some reason, someone likes them to burn to the end, all right? She's saying about candles burning right to the end. So I feel like there must be tea lights because you wouldn't wait for like a Yankee candle to go down in one evening. She's just saying about making sure you blow them all out, she said. She goes, a fairy won't die. A fairy won't die if you blow it out. All right. Now it's a bit of a weird thing to say, but she's saying it, just having a bit of a giggle with it. Okay. Like, you know, Peter Pan. Really? Now she's saying with you, Kirsty, she's saying you've been experimenting with a lot of things. That sounds a bit ominous, doesn't it? But you've been experimenting with a lot of things, and she's talking about diet and food, and she's saying you've been experimenting with things, and she's saying you are feeling better. You know, you are feeling better. She said there's certainly feeling better or more vitality around you at the second, and she's saying that, you know, when everything feels like it's gone. I'm going to have to say this, Richard, and I apologise now, tits up, okay? Everything felt like, yeah, that's all right then. Everything feels like it's gone tits up. But she's saying, actually, what matters is that you've seen recently how your family have pulled together, your friends have pulled together for you, how everything that you thought mattered now doesn't matter. And she's saying, do you know what a lovely place to be in, Kirsty? What a lovely place to be in, where you know that everything that matters is under your roof, or if it's not under your roof, it's to do with your family, and she's pulling everybody in close to you. Now she's saying, don't worry about the baby. Don't worry about the baby. She's saying, I feel like the baby's fine, the baby's safe. And she's saying it won't be long, it won't be long. Now she's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 weeks, okay, that you'll be able to see the baby, right? Or they'll be more able to see the baby. And she's just saying, just hold on. She's saying it will happen. All right. Now she's talking about traveling around next year, and this feels like around work with you and Matt, okay? And talking about traveling around. Now she's going England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. So I don't know if you've got links in England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Obviously you have in England. But she just keeps like going around to the different parts of Great Britain. But then she's going, like I said, over the seas to Ireland. And she's also talking about going over to France at some point, or some part of France, I feel, okay? But this feels more like a restful time or a restful holiday. She's showing me lovely beaches here, okay? She's saying you could even take the dog if you got a passport. the candles. Yes, everything has worked out well. She's just really happy to come through, Kirsty. Really happy to come through. And like I said, everything seems to be coming back onto a level now. Everything seems to be calming down. She's saying that once you get through the other side of this, she's going boom into something like a new project. Now, I don't know if you've started like a spiritual, what do you call it? Like we have the studio, me and Richard have the studio, but it's almost like a spiritual centre. And she's talking about this centre. Now, she's almost like making it a centre of excellence for you. And she's like bringing people in for different things. So I don't know if this is something you're doing or something you're thinking about, but she's showing me different teaching groups and different things going on. It's almost like having a spiritual productions, but in a place, if that makes sense. You've got this going on this day, this going on this day, this going on this day. And she said that she's determined that you two are going to do it. You two are going to do it, and you two are going to make a success of it, okay? Don't worry about what anyone else thinks and does. She said, don't worry about that. You've gone past that anyway. She goes, you know who your friends are, but she's inviting people from other places that you're going to bring in, okay? And she's just saying, this is it, this is it, this is it, okay? If this is what your dream's been, it's a reality. And she's like going, she's like clapping her hands, like she's getting all excited on me, all right? She's giving you a pink gin and tonic. Now, I don't know if you like pink gin and tonic, but that's what she's just given you. Or pink gin and lemonade, one of the two. But she's giving it to you, and she's like, she's just having celebrations, all right? And normally we would have champagne for celebrations, but for some reason she's giving you a pink gin and lemonade or tonic. And just know that. And I know some of this isn't going to make sense to you now, but she's determined it's going to happen. And she says, boom, 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 it'll be there, okay? And you'll make such a success, she's saying. But it might start off small, but it will get bigger, she said. And there's teaching with you guys, okay? In fact, you'd end up doing more teaching, Kirsty, than you probably will readings at some point into the future as well. And she's talking about having a little tea shop. So I don't know if you'd quite like a little tea shop on that as well. And I feel like I've just really rambled and talked at you for this amount of time. And I hope that made some sense. And she sends her love. Lots of love to you. And she keeps like doing the love hearts. She keeps going, love hearts, love hearts, love hearts. Like you're supposed to be pressing love hearts. I don't know if you are or not, because I can't see them. But she's given them to you. Kirsty, massive love to you. Please know that she's there for you. Please know she's just the same as she was. She's not changed. She will never change. All right. She's certainly up and dancing again now, bless her. Thank you. Yes, Spiritual Centre. Fabulous. Oh, you're going to have to tell me all about that. She's just saying that she's dancing again. She's dancing again. She's wiggling her hips just like it's supposed to be a funny joke at the moment, but she's dancing again, and just please know that. So I hope that made sense to you, Kirsty, and lots of love to you. Fabulous. God, I feel like I've hyperventilated, Richard. Right then. So, was there any more feedback from Kirsty, or was that everything? That's absolutely fine. Love Kirsty and Matt. If you guys haven't seen Kirsty and Matt before, please tune in. Is it 8 o'clock on a Monday? 8 o'clock on a Monday to Kirsty and Matt's show. And they are absolutely brilliant. Brilliant mediums, brilliant readers, absolutely fantastic. Totally value them, totally put them up the top there. And brilliant to work with as well. And honestly to God, they are just the best. And they are so good, compassionate, and really knowledgeable. So they're called A Pathway to Your Spirituality, live questions and answers with Matt and Kirsty, 8 o'clock on Monday. Please join in. Now, what they like to do is get you interactive, so asking questions, spiritual questions, things you've always wanted to know, things that maybe have happened with you spiritually that you want to know the answer to. They can help you, and they also, if you leave a really good question, then they will give you a reading also. So it's really worth watching. Hi, Maxine. Right, I need to get my breath back. Wendy, that's really lovely. And you know what? I absolutely love it when, obviously, I can only see the comments that come on here. But when I watch people's readings, for example, on Spiritual Productions, some of the loveliest people are so pleased about other people. I do private readings, Hannah, yes. I love it when other people really I'm so pleased for other people getting their readings. Like I said, the way I work in environment, I have to just chuck out the information because they're in my head and I can't let go of it until I've said what is in there. Okay, so just please know that that's how I'm working. Right, what was that rambling message that was just went on there? Some I just thought about the word rambling, and yeah, Richard said I ramble. He told me to shut up. Not rambling, spot on. Thank you so much. Some of us waffle, some of us ramble. You know, we all have our faults. None of us are perfect. Thank you, Kirsty. You are very welcome. Okay, so if you would like a private reading with me, uh, there's also other mediums on here also that are in with the deal. So you can get a discount on a 30-minute reading through Spiritual Productions. Okay, patrons only on this though. Okay, so you have to become a patron to be able to take us up on this offer. One of the little perks for you lovely patrons out there, because we love you. We love you. Yeah. And 10 o'clock tonight, time to relax, chillax, and meditate. 10 o'clock. So, how long is that on for, Richard? About 15 minutes to half an hour, so depending on how many people are on there. Do you know the music is lovely? And sometimes people are sitting there listening to it, meditating. But I went on there and just got involved in the chat, and it was just really lovely, chill chat. And it's really nice just to chat to people. Really, really nice. Okay, let's see who I've got now. Cool. Why am I getting so many songs in my head today? I've got a lady just coming in, right? And I really want to sing it, but I'm not very good. I'm not a very good singer. This little heart of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And she's saying this was at her funeral. Praise the Lord. Right, right. She she is coming in, right, and she is singing this song, this little heart of mine. I'm going to let it shine, all right. And she's singing it and saying it was either at, I'm sure it was at her funeral, all right, because she loved the song. She was a little bit religious, all right. I'm not talking about do you know when somebody's so devout that they wouldn't but totally not believe, believe in this, or they would poo-poo it. But she's certainly saying that she liked, that's your mum's funeral song, Dawn. Oh, I need to be with Dawn. Yeah. Hi to everybody that's watching on YouTube tonight. Welcome to Spiritual Productions. It's fantastic to have you there with us. So please comment and join in. And if you don't get a reading tonight, there's lots of other lovely readings going on throughout the week. So, who was I speaking to? This little heart of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Right, my mum's funeral song. Right, Dawn, 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 Dawn. I've got two ladies coming in for you. I feel like there's a mother and a grandmother. Dawn, I'm probably going to get a little bit confused with the two of them at the second. She sang it to the grandchildren. Oh, how lovely! And does it make sense to you that she was a little bit religious, as in not God fearing, but she basically had a sort of Christian. Hannah Smith is your daughter. I don't know. Do I know Hannah Smith? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, she would have had like sort of Christian beliefs or Christian sort of Christian beliefs going on here. Oh, okay. So Hannah's also here. Right. Okay. Fabulous. Um, Please let us know if that makes sense. She's a really good woman, your mum, all right, a really good woman. And she's just saying that how family mattered to her, really mattered to her. And it didn't matter what else was going on in the world. She was like, it was her family she's looking after. Hi, Dawn, and hi, Hannah, also. And I hope this makes sense to you. And please, Hannah, listen as well. I do hope you can hear this as well. Now she's talking about, like I said, how much her children, how much the grandchildren, how much everyone meant to her. Um, she, well, that's random. Sorry, she just changed tune completely there. And she keeps showing me like an angel, a wooden angel. Um, Now, I don't know if you have this, or if this is a Christmas decoration, or it's something that is like a Christmas decoration that could almost be all year round. Okay, but he keeps showing it to me and keeps giving you the angel. Okay, it's like I've got an angel to put on a tree, or an angel that she would have had or bought to put on a tree. She's saying, and it feels like every time I get a Christmas decoration out, the decorations out, it's like, oh, that's my mum, that's my mum, that decoration. And it sounds really silly to have a decoration as your mum, but she's just saying that is like the feeling around her. She's saying that she's another one that used to enjoy Christmas, but is mostly about the family being together. She's also talking about being a bit like the matriarch. She's got a soft side to her, but she's got a tough side to her also. And she's one of those people that you miss horribly, because if everything is going wrong, if everything's going upside down, she's saying that she'd be the one that helps it out, all right? But she just wants you to know that she's absolutely fine up there. She's absolutely fine. Now, she's talking about the leading up to her passing. Okay. Do you remember her feeling like she couldn't concentrate, or she wasn't able to speak very well, because she just keeps saying she was struggling with communication, or she was struggling to say what she wanted to say? Okay, Dawn, please let us again know if that makes sense. If you, like the word, the feedback, it's important you let us know which bit made sense, because we have a delay. So if she was feeling a bit foggy headed or couldn't concentrate, I've got a silver angel in my window. Does this make sense that it would make you think of her? Because she makes me think of it as being her. Okay. Or when you're looking at that and she's saying it's her. Okay. Definitely. Fabulous. She's bringing everyone together, Dawn, at the moment. And do you know when sometimes you can feel a little bit separated or scattered or far apart? She's also talking about somebody in the family grating on another family member, okay? So it feels like female, actually, or another one female in the family has been grating on the other female, okay? Or being a bit strong-minded or over sensitive, okay? And she's just saying, right, you can stop that, right? Oh, she's on morphine, yeah, because she's saying she was really like foggy headed and she couldn't concentrate very well. She couldn't get her words out. In fact, she probably said things that she shouldn't have been saying, because she's saying she was felt a bit doolally there. She's telling everyone to, if there's any silly squabble, she's saying, please stop that. That's enough. That's enough, she's saying. Don't want any of that, right? And don't anybody get oversensitive or touchy or anything about this. And this is, you bought it for her. I see. So it is her. Right. This might not make sense now about people being touchy, but she is saying that it is something that's either happened or is going to happen, and she doesn't want any of that, she said. All right. Now she's talking about everyone being there, so everyone being there around her, but she's saying that one person either didn't get there in time, or one person felt like that they couldn't get there for some reason when she was going. And she said, please just don't worry, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about that. If somebody couldn't get to her on time, it doesn't matter. What matters is that everybody was thinking about her. Everyone was there. She was thinking about everyone else. She's wrapping you all up in a load of love here. Now, she's also talking about somebody needing a new car, okay? Now, I don't know if this is you or one of your family members, but she's talking about a new car, because it's like she's going clunk, like something just fell off it. Okay. Now, no one's going to get hurt in any sort of thing, crash or anything like that. Please don't worry. It's almost like I hear a clunk and I think, oh, that's not a good thing. Okay. And some things it'd be better to be replaced than repaired. All right. Now she's saying replace but repair. It will make sense, okay, because she's saying your cousin didn't get there. Please, can you tell your cousin it doesn't matter, Dawn. It doesn't matter, okay? Even though your cousin probably still hanging on to that feelings that she wished she'd have got there, please tell her it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's okay about it. She knows that that person wanted to be there, but she just knew she couldn't get there on. They couldn't get there on time. Hannah's boyfriend needs a new car. Is definitely saying she's definitely saying get a new car, all right, get a new car, or a newer car, because it's not gonna survive much longer. It feels like it. I feel like that car is going to be talking to me from heaven, if it's left to go on much longer. Right, just know that she's showing me. She's showing me a dog. Can you just confirm whether somebody either had, like, like a who had or wanted a whippet or a greyhound, or we're talking about betting on the greyhounds, because I keep seeing greyhounds or whippets or that sort of slimline dog. Can you confirm, please? I just need to have a quick drink. Right, we're either betting on the dogs here, okay, or somebody wanted a dog or a greyhound or something like that, because I just keep seeing a dog like that, okay. um I don't know where that fits in, unless you can confirm, Dawn. Dawn, please know that your mother is absolutely around at the moment. She's laughing because apparently she's going to knock a picture over. Do you know, like on Ghost, where Patrick Swayze learns how to push things over, right? She's saying she's going to do that, all right? So look for a sign, because she's determined she's going to be like Patrick Swayze. She's going to knock something over, and it feels like your mum had a greyhound, yes, years ago. Fabulous. Do you know she's got the greyhound up with her? She just keeps showing me greyhounds, and I was just wondering why. Okay, I'm starting to lose my voice now. You'll be pleased to know, Richard. Right, okay. Right, go for greyhound. Do you know, right, I would never encourage anyone to bet, but she's putting a bet on for something. What's she putting a bet on for? Obviously, at the moment, there's not going to be any races. She's going to, like, a bookie, right, and she's putting a bet on, right, but it isn't for something now. This is like for into the future, either on the dogs or on the horses, right? And she's talking about a win. Now, this isn't like substantial, like I'm gonna. She does that in Hannah's house. Oh, okay, she does that in Hannah's house. Um, she's not talking like a massive win, so you could give up your job and pay off your mortgage here. However, she is talking about a win, all right, on a bet, and she's like, so it's definitely on a rather than a football or anything like that, or a boxing match. But she's definitely showing me that. You'll know because it's got her name in the dog's or horse's name, all right? So when this is all over and things like that are back on, if you are a betting person, put a bet on. She said, because she's going to win you some money. She went, 40 quid? I don't know why £40. £40 better than nothing. It might be more than £40, but she just shouted 40 quid, or you're going to win 40 quid. How fun is that? Can you please pass the message on to everybody that hasn't heard this message tonight? Hannah, like, regarding the pictures and the bits that she's doing, she's going to be poking things around. I want to say, Dawn, just watch this space, because she's going to be poking things around in your house as well. And Hannah, your hair looks lovely. Apparently, she just shouted, Hannah, your hair looks lovely. So I don't know what you've done to your hair, or if you've just about to cut your fringe or something. But she just wants you to just say, your hair looks lovely. It looks fine. It looks fine, she said. So stop stressing about it. Stop stressing about your hair, Hannah, whatever's going on with your hair, because I don't know what you look like. And Dawn, don't cut yours, she's saying. Don't cut yours. She's very sweet. I hope that all made sense to you. You've cut it all off. Hannah's cut all her hair off. Well, she likes your hair anyway. She likes your hair, she said. So just know that she has been poking around in your house and looking at your hair as well. And Hannah, I don't know if you've had your pajamas on rather a lot, but she's talking about getting dressed. Oh, I don't have a clue what you're wearing now. Okay, is this Hannah? Oh, hi, Hannah. Right, Hannah, she's talking about getting dressed. So I don't know if you haven't got dressed, if that makes sense, or if you're just sort of slobbing around a bit. But she's talking about getting dressed, she said. Um, Even though your pajamas are fine. You wear your pajamas if you want. But she is just saying get dressed. Yeah. Right, she just suddenly wants to leave it there. Okay, just suddenly wants to leave it there. I know that was a bit all over the place, a little bit random, but she obviously wants to speak to everybody at once. Dawn, Hannah, and whoever else is on here. Please tell your cousin, the one that couldn't get there on time. Please tell them that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She knows that they tried, and she knows they're thinking of them. And she's talking about planting a tree. So I don't know if you planted a tree for her or some sort of bush, because she's putting a little bit of her in it. Hannah, she's also saying about a tattoo. Have you had a tattoo? Thank you. I've been waiting 4 years. You've made my year. Oh, bless. I think they're all coming out the woodwork tonight, aren't they? The ones that haven't been around for a bit, they're all coming out tonight. Okay, so she's talking about a tattoo, but I feel like the tattoo's got her name on it or something to do with her. Does this make any sense to you, tattoo? I was going to call you tattoo then, Hannah. Does the tattoo make sense? Please let us know. But just if not, then you're thinking about it, because she's definitely showing me a tattoo on you, all right, and thinking that it would look good, even though she didn't really like them when she was down here. She does now, apparently. I've got a rose bush out front. Oh, is that to do with her, Dawn? Because she's sprinkling a bit of herself in there, all right, saying that she's sprinkled in there. But just know that she's all right. She's good. She's happy. And she sends lots of love to your whole family, telling you to all be good. Right then, Mr. Producer. Tina, thank you so much. You've all got tattoos. I don't know if it's one of her. Tina, thank you. I just pulled myself off there. Thank you for becoming a patron. Absolutely appreciate it, and you absolutely won't regret it. There's so much going on. I'm going to have to go shortly, if that's okay, only because I have dinner waiting for me, and it will be getting very cold. And so I really hope you guys enjoyed this evening. Thank you so much for coming on. If you didn't get a reading tonight, I do apologise, but I just have to work how I work, and you see how I work. I'm a little bit of a mad case, and they just have to come in, and I just have to speak at you guys. Okay, I will be back next month for readings again, so please join us then. Please join me on my page, also Polly Harnett, if you would like to make any appointments with myself. And please, like I said, keep loving, sharing, liking, and keep your eyes peeled for all of these new shows, because there's so much coming up for you guys, especially at this time. Nothing much on telly, but there's fabulous people on here that are giving their time to give messages to you. And thanks again to Richard at Spiritual Productions for facilitating all of this. So I will love you and leave you. Have a fantastic evening, a fantastic Sunday tomorrow. Don't forget to join in with the service at 11 o'clock, and tomorrow evening with, I was going to say Richard and Sally Ann then, Bob and Sally Ann Hunt, and doing the paranormal chat show tomorrow night. Thank you, Heidi, and thank you for everybody for coming, and you've all made me really happy. It's lovely to see you guys. So I'll see you again soon. Bye.